I feel like staying amateur is very underrated. I feel like the opportunities you can get as an amateur are they're massive as in terms of giving your professional career a boost. If you stay amateur and keep get your world ranking up so you can play in tournaments like the British Amateur, US Amateur, if you can win an event like that, I mean, you're pretty much giving yourself a ticket to the PGA Tour event straight away. And you've also got to realise that the pros that you're going to be competing against when you turn pro are better than the best amateurs in the world. So you really got to, I feel like you got to work your way up the rankings and, you know, compete in the highest amateur level before turning pro, because that way you'll put yourself into a better position to compete straight away against the pros, and also it'll give you a lot more experience playing big tournaments, because the highest ranked amateurs definitely get professional opportunities, you know, a couple of times a year at least. So it's not like you're having to just jump straight from amateur golf to pro golf. You've actually got a little bit of practice almost, if you like. So I feel like there's a lot more to gain by staying amateur, because turning pro and having no starts like I did early last year, I felt like I'd had a good enough amateur career to get myself some starts. And for the first 6 months of the year, I didn't play any tournaments. And my game actually went backwards just because I wasn't playing anything. So I think it's very important to make sure you finish your amateur career and give yourself the opportunity straight away to play good tournaments. And then from there, it'll be a little bit easier to, you know, work your way into the professional game and make it a little bit easier to compete straight off the bat. I think work ethic. I feel like the guys on tour, especially once they've turned pro, have to work even harder just to keep their standing in the game, because everyone's constantly improving. If you're not, someone else is. The professionalism about everything is just so much better. Everyone's keeping straight to their schedules with their gym work. They're seeing their trainers every week, their coaches, the way they travel. They know that spending a little bit of extra money on maybe a nicer hotel or a nicer flight will benefit them in them feeling more prepared to play well the next week. I know I definitely was staying in cheap hotels and buying the cheap flights and stuff early on, and especially when you're financially having a bit of a struggle early on, it can be very difficult to do that, but the investment's definitely worth the reward. And I think the pros that start doing well are the guys that kind of realise that, and you know, it's just all about making the environment you're in each week as easy and as comfortable as possible for you to play your best golf. And the scores are the other thing I feel like is a really big change. If you shoot even par in an amateur event, you're not doing too bad. You'll never be too far off. If you shoot even par in a professional tournament, you're going to be struggling to make the cut. You'll be having to shoot 3 or 4 under the next round just to play the weekend. And yeah, they're all as important as each other. I mean, everything works hand in hand for you to be able to beat your best every week and give yourself the best opportunity to be swinging well and playing well. So for me, it's more going to be, I feel like I did the others pretty well, but the physical side of things, I feel like my strength work needs to improve. I did well my weeks off, but yeah, when I was going through tournament weeks, I was a bit hesitant to lift weights because I know I get a little bit stiff and sore afterwards, but that's a barrier that you need to kind of push through, because, you know, it's very important to keep up your strength. You want to be able to hit the ball the same distance and with the same ease each week. And definitely if you take a couple of weeks off from your gym work, your body will decline and you'll feel, you know, you won't be able to hit the shots that you were comfortably able to hit when you were training and working out as you were normally. So I think that's, for me, is going to be the big key this year. If I can do that really well, I feel like I'll be giving myself a better opportunity. But yeah, the other two are still going to be very important. I'm going to have to be working very hard to maintain those as well.